لستم ما شاء الله فاز محمد بركاتنا الصحبة والخير في الجمعية. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ولقد ضل منكم جبلا كثيرا فلم تكونوا تعقلون. صدق الله العظيم. Şeytan çok insanı kandırdı diyor.
Allah Almighty states in the Holy Quran that Shaitan, the devil, deceives many people.
Siz aklınız nerededir?
And Allah Almighty asks, why don't you reason? Where is your mind? Why do you let yourself be deceived by Shaitan?
Nasıl düşünüyorsunuz diye.
Why do you not think? How do you not think and let yourself be deceived by Shaitan's traps?
Allah Azzewajal'de Kur'an-ı Azimüşşan'da söylüyor.
Allah Almighty commands us in the Holy Quran to use our minds and implores us to use our reasons to not be deceived by Shaitan, and asks us, why do we let ourselves be deceived by Shaitan's traps?
Çünkü akıl olmayınca kendi kafasına göre herkes bir şey yapar. Ondan sonra
if people do not use their reason, if they do not use their minds, if they do not think, then everyone just does things on their own.
Doğru budur diye.
And then they claim everyone for themselves that whatever they do is the right thing.
Başkalarını kabul etmez.
And then they do not accept others.
Kendi yaptıkları doğru diye kabul eder.
And they only accept what they do themselves and think of those things they do that they are truthful and correct.
Halbuki Allah Azze ve Celle insanlara akıl vermiş.
However, Allah Almighty has given humanity a mind so that they may reason and think.
Bu kadar insan alim, ulema, en akıllı insanlar ta Peygamber sallallahu aleyhi ve sellem'in zamanından bizim zamanımıza kadar doğru yolda giderken,
and there are so many knowledgeable people, so many scholars, so many experts, beginning from the time of our beloved Prophet, peace be upon him, up until today, who have followed the way of Allah Almighty and the way as shown by our beloved Prophet, peace be upon him.
Bir fırka çıkıyor en son.
However, now in the end of times, a certain sect and a certain group of people has emerged.
Osmanlı'dan sonra bunlar tabii Allah fitneler.
And this certain sect and group has emerged and has occurred after the time with the disappearance of the Ottoman Empire.
İnsanları siz doğru yolda değilsiniz, siz hepiniz müşriksiniz.
And that sect claims that they are the only right ones, and they accuse all others to be on the wrong way, and they accuse all others to partner gods besides Allah Almighty. And thus they accuse all others of so many different things, and they only portray themselves as the righteous.
İnsanları şaşırtıyorlar.
And with all these claims, they deceive people, and they make people be unsure about what they do.
Vesvese yapıyorlar.
And thus all their sayings and claims have an impact on people's minds and their faith, as if they were whisperings by Shaitan.
O doğrudan şeytanın işidir.
And what they say and what they do are directly the actions and by Shaitan.
Şeytana kapılmış giden insanların işidir.
Those people are the ones who are following the way of Shaitan.
O dikkat etmek lazım.
And we need to be careful and cautious of those kinds of people.
İyi yapıyorum zannedersen sen kendini helak ediyorsun. Yoldan çıkmış, dalalete girmiş oluyorsun.
those who claim to be the right ones and accuse all others to be wrong, and those who follow those people who think this way are on an erroneous way and have deviated from the right way and have gone astray from the right path.
Çok şeyler var. İşte gene adamlar sakal bir karış olur. Üstünde entariyeymiş.
But it is them who have deviated from the right path, and if you look at their outer appearance, you see that they wear long robes, they have long beards.
Kafasında açık.
However, they do not cover their heads.
Kabak kafa der. Şeyh Nazım Şeyhimiz mübarek.
Mawlana Shaykh Nazim used to call them pumpkin heads.
Halbuki yani başını örtmek sünnettir.
It is the way of our beloved Prophet, peace be upon him, to cover one's head.
Sarık sarmak daha da büyük fazilettir ama
It is even more praiseworthy to wear a turban on one's head.
açık kafa hiç olmayan şeyler yani.
Actually, it is not permissible to have one's head uncovered.
Ne sünnete uyar, ne müstehabba, ne vacibe, hiçbir şey uymaz.
It is not the way of our beloved Prophet, peace be upon him, to have the head uncovered. It is not according to the requirements of Islam to have one's head not covered. There is no basis to not cover one's head.
Yani onlar o değil. Ondan sonra dururken bacaklarını açar, haşa min huzur, abdest bozar gibi.
And then when they sit, they spread their legs as if they were sitting on the toilet.
Ayağını şey gibi açar. Halbuki o kadar açmak ne sünnette var, ne şeyde var, hiçbir şeyde var. Nereden çıkarttılar bilmiyoruz.
And again, this way of sitting does not befit the way of our beloved Prophet, peace be upon him. This way of sitting is not the way how our beloved Prophet, peace be upon him, used to sit. They have come up with this way of sitting by their own. There is no foundation anywhere to be found, neither in the tradition of our beloved Prophet nor in the requirements of Islam.
Yani bunlar böyle şeyler. Allah Azze ve Celle onların hak yolda olmadığı için öyle gösteriyor.
And with this, Allah Almighty shows us through this outer appearance that they are not on the right way.
Üzerine bile ehl-i sünnet ve cemaat tarikat ehli Allah'a şükür bütün Peygamber Efendimizin izinden adım adım arkasından gidiyoruz inşallah.
But we, as the followers of the tariqah of the spiritual way, we're trying to follow in the footsteps of our beloved Prophet, peace be upon him, with every step.
Yapabildiğimiz kadar yapıyoruz.
We try to do as much as we can.
Yapamadığımızda Allah affetsin. Tabii yani şunu yapamayız ama
And we ask Allah Almighty for forgiveness for our shortcomings, because we may not be able to do everything.
o bidat olan böyle şeylere kabul etmiyoruz.
And we do not accept any deviations from the way of our beloved Prophet, peace be upon him, or from Islam.
Şimdi çoğu insanlar farkına varmadan bakıyor ki ayağını Allah'tan burada Türkiye'de yok fazla ama bu dış Müslüman olmayan ülkelerde daha da fazla o.
We are thankful that this sect of people who are on this erroneous way do not exist too much here in Turkey, but if you look in non-Muslim countries, we see that they are very active in those countries.
Çünkü oradakiler kim alim kim zalim belli değil.
And in those foreign countries, it is unclear who is a truly knowledgeable person, who is a scholar, and who is a hypocrite.
Bunlar Müslüman diye bunların yaptıklarını yapıyor.
And then Muslims think of those group of people that they would be Muslims, and then they follow them because they do not know better.
Ayağını bir açıyor böyle şey gibi haşa min huzur kötü bir şekilde
But again, they do so many things which are contradictory to the way of our beloved Prophet, peace be upon him, or to Islam. And just as an example, the way of how they sit and the way of how they spread their legs does not befit the way of our beloved Prophet, peace be upon him.
Kafaları desen açık.
They do not cover their heads, for example.
Sakal var, bıyık yok, şeysiz gibi.
And they have long beards, but completely cut their mustaches.
Yani o çok şeyler var.
And so there are many indications which demonstrate from their outer appearance that they do not adhere to the way of our beloved Prophet, peace be upon him.
Dinde olmayan şeyler onları yapıyorlar.
And they do so many things which are not in accordance with the requirements of our religion.
Dinde var gibi. İşte onlardır bidat denen.
And they make things appear as if they were part of the religion, and it is them who actually have deviated from the right path, and it is them who have deviated from the way of Islam.
Bidat onlardır.
They claim that all others have deviated from Islam, but it is actually just them who have deviated from the way of Islam.
Müslümanlara bidat yapıyorsun derler. Halbuki esas bidat onlardır.
They accuse all other Muslims to perform bid'ah. They accuse all other Muslims to have deviated from the right path, but they are in fact the only ones who have deviated from the right path.
Salavat çekersin bidat. Türbelere gidip okursun bidat.
Whatever you do, they say it's bid'ah. You recite peace and blessings upon the Prophet, peace be upon him, they say it's bid'ah. You visit the graveyards and pray for the deceased, and they say it's bid'ah.
Halbuki hepsi bunlar sünnettir.
But all these actions are based on the traditions and the recommendations and the way of our beloved Prophet, peace be upon him.
Onları sana kötü şey gösteriyor. Kötü olmayan şeyleri de iyi olarak gösteriyor. Allah.
And they show you good things as bad things, and they show you bad things as good things, and thus they deceive Muslims.
Muhafaza etsin.
May Allahumma protect us from them.
Müslüman dikkat etmesi lazım bu
As Muslims, we must be cautious of these things.
şeylere. O yapan insanlara da, bilmeyerek yapanlara da tembih etmek lazım ki.
And people who unknowingly follow those people must be warned and be advised,
Dikkat etsinler.
so that they are careful and cautious to not follow them.
Bilmeden olmayan şeyleri, dinde olmayan şeyleri insanlara dinde olarak var gibi göstermek.
They make things appear to be part of the religion, even though they are not part of the religion.
O da vebaldir.
And they will be held accountable for making these things up and for making people go astray by making them follow things which are not part of the religion.
Bilerek günahtır. Bilmeyerek de vebaldir.
If they deceive people on purpose knowingly, then they are committing a sin. And if they do it unknowingly, they must know that they will still be held accountable for that.
Allah muhafaza etsin bu insanların şeytan şerrinden.
May Allah Almighty protect us from the evil of those people and from the evil of shaitan.
Bu fitnelerin şerrinden Allah muhafaza etsin bizi.
May Allah Almighty protect us from the evil of all these deviations and deceptions.
İnşallah. Ve minallah tevfik. El-Fatih.